Hello and welcome to another Gemini Rogues video. We have got top 5, tier 5 mediums.
Oh, you're nailing it every time now.
I was going to say number 4, you put me off. Number 4, this is Killers 05. You put me off.
I get excited that you got it right first time.
We have done it quite a lot.
What is number 4?
I don't know, I'm asking you. What's
it's
number
4? It's a Panzer IV-H.
Why is that number 4? That's a good tank.
It's a good tank. What was the best? That's why it's a number 4.
Others are better.
Yeah, Panzer IV-H is the most widely produced variant.
That was the backbone
of the Panzer IV.
German army.
Yeah, Panzer IV, 3,774 were made during war. The H version was the most made as well.
And you've made it into number 4.
Yeah, it's number 4.
Go on then, tell us why. Why is it
not as good
4?
as others?
Well, it's cheating.
Straight away, it's got 2 types of guns that are both usable on it.
Okay.
It's all down to player preference. I'm going to show you both guns in this video, not just one. I'm going to show you both this time.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Go on.
I was going to say, is it player dependent, this tank? Is that why it's number 4?
No, not as such. It's just not as good at doing what it does as something else.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So number 3 is better.
Yeah, so we're going to start right straight at the first clip. We'll go straight into it. Mountain pass.
Mountain pass.
Action.
Come on,
we're packing the 7.5 centimetre or 75mm gun on this. That is not the best gun, I don't think, of that tank, but I'm going to show you it anyway.
Okay, why is it not the best gun?
110 pen, 110 damage.
Okay, what sort of armour has this got? For 80?
It's got more hull armour than it has turret. We're talking 80mm of armour on the front of the hull, which is more than the turret. Turret's got 50, but then it starts to slowly go down as you get around it, and we're talking 30 on the sides of the hull and 20 on the rear.
Wow.
So it's not a lot, but what it has got, which not a lot of tanks have, is them great big plates strapped outside it both sides, as you can see, and these things are called spaced armour.
Spaced armour.
Spaced armour makes it not unpenetratable by HE, but a lot less likely to penetrate you and do damage.
Okay, so they do actually help.
Yeah, they do a job, but they're not just there to look good. And you can see straight away with this gun, it's alright. It just lacks that punch. Accuracy's alright. And you see straight away we're struggling to pen things. Some are going in, some aren't, some are hitting, some aren't. It's an okay gun, it's solid, it's not spectacular.
What crew you got in that thing?
That's a fully skilled crew. Proper about 8 perks, 9 perks on it, so it's not...
Wow.
You can see straight away we're struggling to hit and penetrate a stug. I know we're just smashing shots off, but man, that's tracking shot to spin him round. Dodging them artillery shots pretty well, I must admit.
Yeah.
And you can see again, mobility's quite good on tank. It's not outrageous.
Is it fast?
40 kilometres.
What's power to weight ratio?
It's pretty good. It's not going to struggle on hills that bad, but it's just not rapid. You're not Cromwelling around everywhere. It's alright. It's not noticeable. That's the best thing I can say about those. You can see here again, gun struggling with a T1 heavy. I know it's a T1 heavy, but we're hitting him straight in his weakest point, and we're still not penetrating.
Target locked. Go on then. What's he going to do?
The aim time, 2.3 seconds again.
That's
is not
quite a slow
which is why I think this gun is not as good as the Howitzer you get on it as well. The Howitzer has the exact same aim time on an Howitzer, 2.3 seconds.
What was the penetration on premium rounds?
On this, it goes up a bit, about 140, 150, something like that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we're firing HE at some points in this video just to show what that can do as well.
So it's
got a good gun depression as well, 10 degrees of gun depression on a Panzer IV-H, which is pretty good as well.
Yeah.
You can see here it's not immobile.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It gets about a bit as it wants. But the gun's just the 110 penetration and 110 damage. 15 rounds a minute.
What's that compared to a Skoda?
It's a lot quicker than a Skoda. Skoda's just over 11.
Oh, God.
So it's a lot faster firing and does exactly the same damage as Skoda. That's why it's above it. Yeah. Exact same aim time as well. So, same gun depression as well. We've just got that little bit more hull armour up front, 30mm hull armour than a Skoda. This has got a DPM with this gun on of 1,534 standard. That's before you start sticking gun rammers on and stuff like that. Okay. So you can get that higher. As I said, 2.3 second aim time. It's not bad. It's a lot better. We can see straight away the dispersion's way better than a Skoda.
Yeah, it's quite
when
small,
we're moving, the aiming circle is still pretty accurate.
Yeah,
so,
it's not bad.
And look at this, we can still hit on the move.
Yeah,
so it's far better than the Skoda for this. It's just not slightly as quick, 10 kilometres slower. Ooh, it took that shot nicely there.
Oh, he always got you, didn't he?
Yeah, ammo rack's gone. Ammo racks tend to go a lot on this as well as engines of Pro, because they're at the front of the all this time to get your engine knocked out a fair bit in them. Another thing, same as a Skoda, great big massive whacking cupola on top of the tank.
So it means it got a good view range.
350 metres.
Oh my goodness.
Pack 40. Same as a Skoda.
Ported.
So it's 710 signal range as well, so it can see things and it sometimes relies on it. But the thing with the tank is, with the guns,
Yeah.
brings all different play styles. It is not a brawler. With that gun on, it is not a brawler. This video now we're packing the great 10.5 centimetre Howitzer.
Okay.
This thing is the gun for me for this tank. Best one to use.
Is it technically a howitzer?
Howitzer, yeah, 105mm or 10.5 centimetre, whichever way you
Oh,
want to put
okay.
it.
So it's quite a big beast on it, then. Isn't it?
Yeah, straight away you can see we don't lose any of his mobility. Don't slow us down any, don't deter us in any way. Aim time exactly the same, 2.5 seconds, bang.
That was quite
8-second
nice.
reload on this though, and as you can see from the video, it is lower because when you're playing this gun, I'd change everything,
What do you mean, everything?
as in equipment wise.
Oh,
you want
okay.
a gun rammer on this, you want a gun lane drive on this, somebody trying to push his out.
Oh,
working.
Neil, what are they doing?
He realised his mistake there.
I didn't like that.
You need to get a gun rammer on this. You don't really need the gun rammer with the other gun. You need binos,
it's
camo
still
nets because
doing
you're
it.
playing it as a flanker.
Yeah.
This
oh,
one
okay.
is more of a brawler. You can
Oh,
brawl
okay.
in
What can brawl in this?
brawl in a
brother?
way that you've got cover. You don't be sitting toe to toe, face to face with someone. As you're going to see here, perfect example in a street map. Use anything you can. Ah, the damn dirty tank behind that wall. Stop it, shot up blitzing. And we're going to show here peekaboom. The gun's accurate enough. We've got really quite good gun handling on this tank.
I do like the small aim circle when you move.
And we see again, look, you can snap a shot off with now. It's pretty good. Back up, we've got mobility to get out of the way. It's not a bad little tank. It just lacks a little X factor, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And there we go, look at that. Oh, no, just as we're being gone up, we smashed one up at the top.
Pretty close
with this
as
gun
well.
as well, sometimes it varies in the game. When you change your gun on a tank, it changes everything. Nothing really much changes. Your speed stays the same, your gun depression stays the same. You just get that little bit extra reload time with this gun.
Yeah.
But with this, you get a whacking DPM of 2,625.
That's more like it.
Oh, I meet Churchill. But that is if you penetrate every shot. 64mm of penetration with this gun, so you kind of need to hit weak spots. The beauty is, you can see here, I'm just firing HE shells. So even if I don't penetrate, I get splash damage. And that splash damage can wreak havoc with certain tanks. I don't know how they can't kill this SU-85. We stick another one into him, we back up, and he's got an OI in front of him, and no one seems to want to kill him. He's got a light tank behind him, and we managed to reload and get another shot in there. That's what you need to do in this tank. Get to a corner, reload, pop out, shoot, drop back.
Are you a support medium in this?
Yeah, but really front line. But that's how this tank changes, because you can't do this job with the other gun on. In that other gun, you need to keep distance, fire from range, drop back to cover when you need to.
Could you play as like a Cromwell?
No. You keep asking me that in every music video. You're looking for the new Cromwell for yourself.
I just wonder, let's compare it to stuff.
But yeah, 488 points, so it's got more hit points than a Skoda. So you've got a little bit more to play with. You've got more hull armour as well up front, but don't rely on it. Don't rely on it.
Don't rely on it.
And this is what this tank's all about. Barrage.
Smashing it.
360 damage there in one shot.
Wow.
Bang. I mean, it rolled a little bit high. 350 is the average damage in this gun, but we might have rolled higher. We just took all his health, so we'll never know what we were going to get. But
So I missed that. What's the maximum?
350 damage.
350.
Maximum.
That's its maximum.
But a little bit more with HE shells we're firing now.
Okay.
So I just use these. I won't pack any of the others. It's not worth risking not penetrating. And then this is the problem with firing HE.
Yeah.
55. I mean,
That's what you're getting. Splash.
yeah.
But it's
There's
not.
nowhere on that KV I'm going to be able to get full penetration.
Yeah.
He's got 100mm armour on his side. I've only got 64mm pen.
Okay. That's
I could have switched to one at premium HE rounds, but I thought I'd had enough roll damage, splash damage there to kill him.
Would it have actually made much difference?
Yeah, I could have
did.
penetrated. We got full penetration with a premium HE shot.
Okay.
But even then, I'd have relied on it rolling high, on its penetration. The same as your damage rolls, your penetration rolls as well. And the next game we're going to show you, we like the snowy maps.
The snowy bit.
The snowy maps are fun. The dirt gun again, we're going to show you when it's at its prime. The perfect game you can get in this tank and how to play it.
So, I mean, technically this Panzer IV number 4, purely because of the gun damage and ammo.
Yeah, pretty much. It's play style as well. It suits anybody. I mean, you can learn how to use dirt gun in this tank. It's pretty good for it. I mean, this is the match you want, where it's not snowy.
It's not
for
snowy.
a change, yeah. But the tier 5. You get a tier 5 match, lots of tier 3 tanks, lots of tanks with no armour, 64 mil penetration is enough to go through most things. Take your time, Marder here, back up, line it up, let it aim in.
Boom.
See you later. That's what a dirt gun is. If you can find something weak armoured, pop out, blow him away, fall back to cover, you've not lost any of your health.
Definitely.
And this is a perfect example how to play this. We know this tank here, he's not got a lot of armour, bang, another one gone.
He's gone.
When you're one-shotting things, they ain't got a chance to reply, so you don't lose any health. Again here, we know an A20, he's not got much armour. We're bouncing shells, we saw we bounced a shot there off of his front of us all. You're not impenetrable, but you've got slight bouncy armour. I've had games where things have just shot the front of them all, not been able to penetrate it.
So you've done 3 shots, 3 kills.
Yep. We're about to do 4. Another Valentine not very weak in its armour. Boom. Gone. This is just its element. And we've got 4 kills here from 4 shots. Manoeuvre about, don't take that chance, get your reload, reposition. We know there's some tanks down here.
You're not giving them a chance, are you? You're just rolling up to them. Bang, they've gone.
It's like a baby KV2 really when you get in a tier 3 match with tier 3s and 4s rolling around.
So is this what they call a king of derp?
In a way, he's pretty good. But I'm going to show you in other videos with other tanks. There is tanks with better dirt guns.
Better dirt guns.
This, I'm not giving too much away, is a poor man's M4.
Okay.
But not being drastically derogative to it. It is only slightly worse than an M4. Slightly slower, slightly less damage on gun, slightly less accuracy, but just not as good.
Does it catch fire though?
Not as much, and it's got that spaced armour on the side.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I mean, this is a tier 6 match, by the way. That's a tier 6 VK coming into shot now. I waited too long here.
Oh, you should have had that, shouldn't you?
I could have risked a shot there. We could have got a bit of splash damage and rolled eye. At this point, when you look at that, we've got 5 kills.
You're doing well.
This is, I mean, we've not lost any health. 5 kills. This is tank in its element. If you can, I mean, was supporting the Churchill. He's kind of drifted off to his side now, but we're going to try and stick with him. If you can let somebody else be focal point or everybody else's attention, you can reap the rewards behind him. I know it's a bit shitty using your teammates as bait, but
I mean, technically, you saying let the team shoot at your teammates and you fire unhindered.
Yeah,
that's the best way to play it.
Much.
That's like a nice technique, though. It works.
I mean, I thought I'd one-shotted this guy as well. I even start to drive off, and I'd have to stop. Oh,
no,
he's not dead.
He's not moving either.
I mean, you need to keep this thing at a distance.
And you finished him.
You can get 2-shotted in a tier 7 match, we'll see, and that's where this gun kind of lets it down. Tier 7 matches, you're going to cross stuff like this in Hawaii. I know this is a tier 6, but you know what the general idea of armour. We're going to be doing like a good roll there, 141. Splash damage. I mean, I'm still firing HE. I don't fire anything other than HE in this thing.
Yeah.
And you're going to see how it can fall down. I mean, 8 seconds to do, was it 61 I think we're shooting for here? 64.
Yeah, 64.
And if you keep chipping away with 64, it's not going to be long before the OI sees you and one-shots you.
Yeah, definitely. See what you're feeling. Well, you're lucky enough you've not been spotted by anything, considering how many tanks are left.
And now we've got to get his arse over to that cap circle quick.
I mean, it is pretty manoeuvrable to do that, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it does accelerate quite nicely.
I keep using mobility as a plus point for a medium at tier 5, and then you realise that that's what a medium should be. If a medium is mobile, I mean, Matilda obviously that isn't, but as a general rule, mediums are pretty manoeuvrable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is a plus point, but it's supposed to be. It's like saying a tank destroyer's got a good gun. It's supposed to have a gun.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
So you can't really say it's a negative or a positive because it's supposed to be fast.
I mean, we got backed up accidentally in this match by Churchill, who was next to us. He managed to reset cap for us there. We're struggling to get there. We might have done it, we don't know. Touch wood, we've already got there in time. His kilt tank destroyer at the ring cap circle. There's a T-34 in there, or a tight T-34, I forget, until we've seen what it is. Use that gun depression, aim time. Aim time's brilliant.
It's
absolutely brilliant for a dirt gun.
Oh, for a dirt gun.
When you see a KV2 aim time on that.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Manoeuvrability to catch him again as well. Use this bank. Can we get a 7th kill? Oh, it's showing us that nice little
Bottom,
exterior.
yeah.
Boom.
Oh.
Have a shell up it. And now it's down to me, Churchill, and a Skoda at tier 6.
Do you actually not lose any hit points in this game?
No.
No hit points whatsoever?
I mean, the Churchill there, you can see he's got this Skoda all the way around him. And we're just going to bang, finish him off. There it is. 8 kills. Radley Walters medal. 13 penetrating shots. 4 spotted targets. See, the view range ain't bad. 350 metre view range.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very nice game. I mean, round it up for us then. Get round it up.
Round it up. You can see there straight away. Nearly 2,000 damage as well in it. It's not a bad
And a
time.
Reaper and a first. It's a nice lot of bit of confetti dropping.
But that's what I mean. The game's dependent on the gun. You can sometimes get a better game out of the 110 gun, the 75mm in a tier 7 match, whereas you can't with the Howitzer. But if you get the Howitzer in a tier 5 match and below, you're going to be doing a hell of a lot more damage than you would do with it. So, but you can't pick your matches you get. It's player dependent. Some people don't like the Howitzer guns. Some people love them.
Can you use it in tier 7? Howitzer?
It struggles.
Or dirt?
It struggles. You're not penetrating hardly anything. You've really got to get behind them, literally, a tier 7 tank to really penetrate with it.
What about the other shitty little gun? Well,
that's a struggle as well. I mean, 110 penetration is
not much.
You know, you've got your APCR rounds, but the problem with the tank as well is it's like a armor two-shotted by an ammo or a Tiger or whatever you want to call it. So it's pros and cons. It's play style. It just don't do any. It's like I said before. It's got no X factor. The tank. It's solid, but it's got no X factor.
Special.
So if I was summing it up, it's plus points. It's fairly mobile, but like we said, should be medium. It's quite good camo rating actually, which you don't really realise because it's quite a big size. But its camo rating's not bad. It's got that 10 degrees of gun depression, which is another plus point.
What do you call it? Depression.
Another little one's the space style we've already mentioned on the side. You can block HE shells off with that.
Yeah, true. I did see that. You did show us one of those.
And the hull armour's quite good, 80mm on the front of the hull. So if someone's not shooting at your turret, you can bounce a few shots off it, surprisingly, especially off tier 3s and 4s, we don't realise.
Can you work ridges on with that gun depression?
You can, but you've got that big cupola at the top, and your turret is your weakest point up front of your tank.
Okay.
You can do that, it's possible. The minuses of the tank is you've got to have binos because you need to see things before they see you.
Big cupola don't help them.
No, it's got 350, which ain't bad.
It's quite good.
With the armor you've got and the gun you've got, you'd really need to see them first and get that first shot in first. I mean, 2.3 second aim time's not great on a 75mm gun.
No.
It's not a brawler with that gun on, but you can brawl with the Howitzer.
Yeah.
It's player dependent.
Tier dependent.
For what gun? So you don't know what till you start that match what gun you're going to need.
It's everything dependent, I think.
So it's pros and cons match to match.
Definitely.
And that's pretty much it. If I was saying equipment to use on it, gun rammer, lane drive, vents if using the Howitzer.
Okay.
If I'm using a 75mm, I'm taking binos, camo net and vents.
Okay, so
I'm using it more as a flanker.
Yeah.
So that completely changes the tank for what gun
style.
Yeah, pretty much.
Different. Starts with a dirt gun though, I'll take this one.
Well, 75mm, but it's not as good. It's only got 103mm of penetration on the first 75, then you get it upgraded and you get 110 on it. Extra 7. Wow.
Yeah.
Really going to notice that, but it's there. And then you can open up the Howitzer off it.
Yeah.
Kind of like side by side at the end, the upgrades. It's a solid tank. You can have some fun in it, and it can infuriate you next match because it can just be a sitting duck.
So we've proved it's much better than the Skoda. That's easy.
A lot better.
So we've got to prove the next 3 are better. Than that. Can we?
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, Stan. I think that rounds it up then, doesn't it? Killers 05. Nicely demonstrated and played for us. We hope the viewer enjoyed it. I think that's it for now. Find us on Twitter at Gemini Rogues. You'll always get an exclusive to what the next video will be. Okay then, laters.